1 and 2 and 3. When TEMA plots position, by default the x and y values are taken from a 0 at the lower left hand corner of the image. The x-axis is horizontal and the y-axis is vertical. For most tests this may not be the most useful way to present the output, and we need to reset the 0 position to some point in the image. This can be done in a static way, say in this image measuring the position of the dummy's head with respect to a point on the wall which is stationary relative to the camera. In that case we only need to track the point on the wall in one image. This transfer can also be done dynamically, in this case measuring the dummy's head position with respect to the seat base, which is moving relative to the camera. In this case the seat base must be tracked in all images. For the static transfer, we first track the point on the wall in one frame, then we go to the coordinate transfer system, edit through the edit menu, and we add a new coordinate system and name it the wall. The default coordinate system name is always that of the image file. We need to set the transfer to static, set the time to the frame we just tracked the static point in, using the clock, and assuming that you are still located on that frame. Pick the point that is the new static reference point. This is the simplest case, and TEMA moves the axis to this point assuming the same horizontal and vertical orientation. We could also make an offset from this point if we wanted to, and name the axis other than X and Y. For even more advanced use, we can pick one of the axes, X or Y, and invert it in direction and define it by picking 2 points that are on it and which have been tracked in the same frame. Also we can have an angular offset from the horizontal or vertical. For this example we will just do a simple move to the new point. Now we can save this with OK and go back to our graph where we can select the new coordinate system. You will see the X position is now plotted from the wall target. You will see that if we develop a spreadsheet, we can give the positions in all available coordinate systems, or the default, or any one selected. If at this point you get an error, it is most likely that you have not tracked the reference points used in the coordinate system in the frame that you identified in the coordinate setup. Now in the second case the steps are identical, except that instead of selecting the static option and identifying the time of the frame to be used as reference, we just select dynamic and the moving point, the seat base, which we have already tracked. Next we will add the seat base to the graph. And you can see the motion now still plotted relative to the reference system. Now we will change the coordinate system to the seat base, and you will see that the head is moving relative to the base, and the base obviously is measuring 0 all the way along. As we said earlier, make sure you have tracked the reference points in all frames. If you have not, you will get an error.